now there's 21 terrorist organizations over there training. Hamza bin Laden, who we were told was killed, is actually fucking alive, and he's marrying into all these other terrorist networks. So he married Mullah Omar's daughter. He married who else? He married into all these different terrorist networks, and so these guys used to be like competitors, kind of, just like the UFO guys. They all hate each other, but they all have the one common theme, like disclosure. These guys, the one common thing is, let's go take over the Western world. So he is basically Hamza bin Laden is married into all these terrorist organizations. Now they all have one common goal, to come over to, the Western world and ruin our way of life. And so what they're doing is they're funneling as many of these terrorists into the passport office, creating them legitimate, real passports, and then they sprinkle them. They get them flights into all over South Central America, and then they funnel them up through the Darien Gap into the U.S. And so, there is zero. I don't give a fuck what the FBI or any of these people are saying. There is zero way to track how many of these fuckers have come in to the U.S. And so, what we're going to see is like October 7th style attacks, like we just saw in Israel and in the mall in Russia, and everybody's like, oh, there's
Do you
why
think
hasn't
this
it happened
is
yet?
by design?
By design,
Like the leaving the border porous, allowing these people to come in.
Absolutely, I think it's by design. I mean, they basically told Border Patrol, stand down. Like, do not do your fucking job. We're going to blast you. I mean, remember the guy on the horse that they said was whipping people, and it wound up being like the reins of the horse? I mean, yeah, I think it's by design, from the government, but I think that I think that the government is more incompetent than it's ever been before, and I think they have one common goal, and that I think the goal is voting. They want them to vote, but I don't think they're competent enough to realize the death and destruction and the other repercussions that we're going to face by keeping that border open. Because they don't have anybody, that they don't have anybody with any experience that they don't have any solid intelligence stuff going on that's telling them, like, hey, this is what's going to happen. It's all agenda driven.
Jesus Christ.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. It does make sense that all they care about is voting, is get the people in, don't worry about the consequences. But the more insidious conspiracy would be that they want unrest, because it gives them an opportunity to clamp down on rights.
I mean, shit, though. Unrest, they got really good at unrest, you know what I mean, the in 2020, right? All through, or even before 2020, up to that election. So I don't think they need to import terrorism.
Yeah, but it's a different kind of unrest. The kind of unrest that you get from people blowing up Target is very different than the kind of unrest you get from a legitimate terror attack.
Yeah. I mean, and then people, do you ever think about why nothing's happened yet? Like China. Have you looked into the power grid at all?
Yeah.
Dude.
It's not good.
Lights out, buddy.
It's so easy to kill.
Yeah.
The power grid's so weak. It's so vulnerable. It's really nuts. It's nuts because anybody could target it.
Yeah. Well, China, we have those, we get those big everything's imported from China, and we have these huge, transformers. You can tell me to shut up if you already know all the shit. But all of those transformers are imported from China, and they're not checked. They don't even fucking check them for malware or Trojan horses or anything. And it would take, these transformers, it's not like the little box outside your house, the green box. It's, they have to take overpasses out just to transport these things. So you're talking years, and I think the number was like 9. If they took out 9 transformers, then the entire U.S. would be out of power. On top of that, so then DOE, Department of Energy, actually investigated one because somebody was it got to D.C. that whatever, they decided to look into it. And they wouldn't fucking release the results. They
Whoa.
wouldn't fucking release the results. So, you know, they're in our water treatment plants. They're in our power grid. I've been talking about this shit from years, and then
Cell phone towers.
and then FBI Director Chris Wray comes out and says, "Oh yeah, turns out our grid's really vulnerable. China's in there,
Not
and
just
they're
that.
also in our treatment plants,
They're
which means they
buying
can
land.
fucking poison us."
Yeah, they own land around military bases. Like if they are on a long-term strategy, it's very effective. They're doing a great job. They undercut the competition to give us cell phone towers and all sorts of things. They position them around military bases. Mike Baker was explaining all of it to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how are they letting this go through? Is it incompetence? Is it fools running it? Are they corrupt? Like, how did they do that? I mean, one of the things that really fucked us, we got away from manufacturing and we relied on all these countries. And we really found that out during COVID when you couldn't get shipments. It was like, whoa, wait a minute. How much of our shit is made over there? Like everything? Like how much medicine is made overseas? How many different things that we need that we constantly use, we don't even know how to make?
Yeah.
A lot.
Masks.
You seen those
I remember
piles?
pulling the fucking masks out. You know, I didn't wear them very long, but I fell for it for about 30 days.
Did
and then
you?
I was like, this is fucking bullshit. But, yeah, you pull the mask out, and I live out in the woods, so I didn't, you know. But, yeah, made in China. I'm like, wait, didn't the thing come from there too?
They're making money hand over feet.
Right, cool.
The whole thing is nuts.
Go U.S.